Your fourth snake. You're Angela. Your fourth snake.
Okay, we're live. We're live now.
We are.
So at 7 o'clock we will start. It's only 6:57. But
Okay.
just so we know we're live.
Your fourth snake.
Okay, we're live. We're live now. Now
Yeah.
I have to close this.
So
at 7 o'clock we will start. And
now
will
what?
go back to Zoom.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
There.
There we go.
The word we all love to hear. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
No kidding.
I think we're good
I
now.
think we're good.
All right. 2 minutes.
Did somebody put the lineup in the chat? Thank you, Mike.
And Mike did, and it is streaming live, and I'm watching right now.
Nice.
Mike Delaney. Mike? Mike?
Yes.
Can you send the email to Ken Porter with the link to this show? You sent him the one to the older shows, but he needs the one for this show. He wants to come and listen.
You're all
He needs to do that on the live stream.
He needs to go to the
I
YouTube
know, but,
channel.
Mike Delaney, I think Mike Delaney, whoever has it, sent me a link to get on here today.
Yes.
Whoever sent that to me, if you could send that to Ken Porter, the same link,
But
he
he's
wants
not,
to come and listen to
Oh,
us.
Ken
But
can't
he's-
come and listen on this. He
Nope.
has to listen on the live stream, Bo.
He has to go on the YouTube channel to listen.
Oh, he does?
Only
Okay.
participants are on Zoom.
Okay, I'll let him know that.
Thank
Go
you.
to our website and
He has to go
Fern.
to,
our website and do listen and watch.
okay.
I just sent him the watch invite email too, which has the link
wow.
Okay.
That's impressive.
Have
Doing things fast is not me.
in it. Hi, Fern.
Getting down to 7, almost 7 o'clock. Go.
Welcome to the fifth concert in our series, This Land is Our Land, and it's sponsored by the Musicians for the Greater Good. I'm Stephen Martin, your MC for the evening. And what we're doing here is raising funds for the Biden-Harris campaign. And you can donate at musiciansforthegreatergood.org. Right here, like so.
Love
Is
it.
that backwards? No?
No,
No.
it's good.
They see it.
Good, it is for us. All right, so there it is. And we'll be reminding you of that periodically. We have a great concert tonight. We've got Carolyn Waters as our featured performer, as well as Bo Wiener, Angela Mashali, The Snake, Dan Brielman, and Deborah Silverstein. Just to let you know that we're planning a live event on the evening of the election, perhaps our last show, and that's going to be at 8 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time as the polls close in the East. I guess we'll be here for about 3 hours that night, and we'll be asking each artist who has performed during one of our shows to participate in that show as well. So please stay tuned for more information about that. So let's get started. Carolyn Waters is a performing singer-songwriter. She's from Worcester, Mass., and so am I. She's from my hometown. And she has a socially conscious soul. It reflects her deep connection and love for music, as well as her commitment to use it as a tool to promote healing and positive social change. We're going to now mute everybody. Is that right?
Well, everyone will mute themselves except
Okay.
Carolyn.
And are we muted?
We are at any minute. You can tell me to go.
Go.
Hi, good evening, everybody. The first thing I want to do is thank musicians for the greater good. We're in a time where we are feeling maybe helpless and stressed and afraid. And in addition to this positive thing of helping Biden and Harris, I think shows like these and events like these really help us. So thank you for putting everything together. So the first song I want to do is a song that I've been singing a lot lately. It sort of sums up my feelings of the time, and I want to start with that. I'm going to encourage everybody to sing along with these songs, although you'll be muted, but I would love to think that everybody is out there adding their voices. So this is the first one. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child, so far away from my home. Sometimes I feel like my hopes almost gone. Sometimes I feel like my hopes almost gone. Sometimes I feel like the hope's almost gone, leaving me far away from my home. But sometimes I feel like I see a light. Sometimes I feel like I see light. Sometimes I feel like I see light, lighting the way back to my home. Everybody. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child, so far away from my home.
Beautiful, Carolyn. Thank you.
So this next piece is I wrote recently because I think in the Black Matters protesting, and for everybody who sort of wants to understand and support what's going on, it's really important to remember the names, put the names out there. They shouldn't be forgotten. This piece is called Say Their Names. Say their names. Say their names. Trayvon Martin. Say their names. Freddie Gray. Say their names. Breonna Taylor. Say their names. Charles Roundtree Jr. Say their names. George Floyd. Say their names. Say their names. Got to say their names. Unfortunately, that list is so long, way too long. You couldn't fit everyone into a song, but the messages you got to remember. You got to act on the feelings that you may feel around the song, and you have to get out there. So the last piece is called The Calling. And I sat down one day and I thought about what we have gone through as a people over our experience in America. and I thought it was important to put it out there. This song has a repeating line calling for all people to be free. You'll hear it, you'll pick up on it, and I invite you to join in. Calling all my people to the land of Zion, calling for my people to be free. No harm can come in the land of glory, calling for my people to be free. Ooh. As we sail across the oceans in pain and sorrow, calling for my people to be free. Shouting with your chains that we are not human, calling for my people to be free. As we sail, calling for my people to be free. As we sail, calling for my people to be free. 'Cause no man can hurt them in the land of glory, calling for my people to be free. Ooh. Ooh. As we live our lives in segregation, calling for my people to be free. Shouting with your ropes that we're not human, calling for my people to be free. As we hang, calling for my people to be free. As we hang, calling for my people to be free. 'Cause no one can hurt them in the land of Zion, calling for my people to be free. Ooh. Ooh. As we shout in our homes with people with badges, calling for my people to be free. Shouting with their bullets that we are not human, calling for my people to be free. As we die, calling for my people to be free. As we die, calling for my people to be free. 'Cause no one can hurt us in the land of glory, calling for my people to be free. Ooh. As supremacists walk the streets of our cities, calling for my people to be free. Shouting with their words that we are not human, calling for my people to be free. But hate will lose, hate will lose, calling for my people to be free. Hate will lose, hate will lose, calling for my people to be free. Calling for my people to be free. It's time for our people to be free. It's time for our people to be free. It's time for our people to be free.
Beautiful, Carolyn.
Carolyn Waters, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Good
You-
Very powerful stuff. And Carolyn will be back at the end of the show with a final song. We certainly hope.
Looking forward to it.
Okay. And we're going to move right along to our next performer. Bo Wiener has been performing in a non-performing pandemic band, TMBB, with Ken Porter and John Zaya. This is quite the trio. Bo was raised on Woody Guthrie, nurtured by Bob Dylan, and is currently on his own. We're going to mute now, and then we will introduce him.
Yay, Bo.
Ask to
Unmute.
okay,
Am I unmuted?
sisters and brothers. It's Bo Wiener.
Hey, everybody. So, since this is a soapbox and we are trying to raise awareness and get some things off our chest, and we're people of like minds, especially for Joe Biden as president, the first song I'm going to sing is a song I actually wrote when I was fighting my own battle with lymphoma. About 5 or 6 years ago. I've been cancer free for 5 years, and I wrote this song, but it was really to sort of get myself through the disease. Now I see there's a greater purpose for this song, and it's called Yours to Claim, and it's about hope, the hope that if we all speak out and look for ways to make things better, that we can live in a place that's a little more sane. Let's say the word sane, okay? I don't know what other word, but so anyway, this song, it's called Yours to Claim, but now I'm going to call it Ours to Claim, okay? Have you ever been where you expect the unexpected, reject the unrejected, but you have to face your fears? Have you ever been where we're searching for the answers from the poets and the dancers, but all we get are tears? Will we find our hope in sorrow? Can we rise above the flame like the phoenix of tomorrow? I swear it's ours to claim. Have you ever stood tall and faced the unrelenting? Those villains, they're so tempting. They would rather see us fail. Have you ever been where the field turns to the forest and one voice above the chorus lifts us up and fills our sails? Will you find a hope in sorrow? Can we rise above the flame like the phoenix of tomorrow? I swear it's ours to claim. Be strong, hold on. souls to carry on.
Wonderful.
Way to go.
Oh, that song.
Birdie.
Hold on.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful song.
And I thought it would be nice to do a mellow kind of song to spark some hope in our lives. But I really have to say, that isn't really how I've been feeling lately. So I know some of you have heard this song. It came out of a nightmare that I had about 6 weeks ago. And I guess I was like hearing the Nazi sirens like in Germany. I have to say, I'm Jewish. And I remember growing up and I would watch the movies and I'd hear the stories about how the Gestapo came and took all the Jews. And I'm wondering, here I am, I live in Newton, Massachusetts, and my relatives, a lot of my relatives never got to the United States. Some did, some didn't, but on my mother's side, she lost her whole entire family. My grandparents lost their entire family. But I remember hearing those sirens and those terrible sirens. We all remember it. And then, you know, in my dream, I also saw the struggles of people of color in this country. And I thought, gee, you know, the policemen come, instead of there being people to protect them, they hear that siren, and it's the same fear and terror that I had as a little boy thinking about being a Jewish person in Gestapo Nazi Germany. And so this song, I got up at 3 in the morning and wrote the song. The only thing I want to say is now Donald Trump has a new foe. And, you know, this time it's not the Jewish people. And, you know, people of color are still there, but now there's even more people. And now the dirty word now is Democrat. And if you're a liberal Democrat, doesn't matter what color you are, it doesn't matter what religion you are, you don't deserve to have your freedom. So that's where this song is coming from. Just in case you weren't clear what I was going to sing. So I'm going to get off the soapbox and sing the song now. All right, it's called New America. And it's in G, so we can all sing along. The new word for Jew, it's Democrat, Democrat. And the new word for black, it's Democrat, Democrat. You won't think that it's true in the name of the red, white, and blue until the new word for Democrat is you. Feeding into their lies and their Facebook Russian spies. Then they'll come to our town in their camo disguise, Gestapo right in front of our eyes. Will you really hear them? Will you really see them? The new word for Jew, it's Democrat, liberal Democrat. And the new word for black, it's Democrat, Democrat. You won't think that it's true in the name of the red, white, and blue till the new word for Democrat, it's you. Good men swept aside, only 200,000 lives. Then they come to our town, shut the polls down, silence right in front of our eyes. But will you really see them? Will you really hear them? New word for Jew, it's Democrat, Democrat. Without Woody or Dylan, We sat back chilling. Now the new word for black, it's Democrat. Democrat. You won't think that it's true. In the name of the red, white, and blue, until the new word for Democrat. The new word for Democrat. The new word for Democrat. That's it.
Woo!
Bo Greener.
All right, Bo.
Well,
Hey,
Oh, great stuff. And again, of course, the scary thing is that fascism seems to be making a resurgence around the world today. The skinheads, on the streets of Berlin. What's going on? We've got to guard against all of that. Um,
Sure.
our next performer is a singer, songwriter, guitarist, and a poet with a very versatile voice, and her lyrics reflect her poetic language. She's performed widely in the Boston area, and she's also a psychiatric nurse practitioner, inspired by her clients' triumphs in overcoming hardships. She's traveled around the world with her husband, Dan Zampino, who will be performing for us on Tuesday, 10/6 on our spoken word special. Um, and her travels have certainly influenced her musical writing and her poetry. So we're going to mute folks, and then I will introduce Angela. All right. Okay. Sisters and brothers, put them together for Angela Mashali.
All right, Angela.
Thank you. Thank you. And I wanted to thank everybody that's been involved in putting this wonderful series together. We all need it as a community. And the community circle widens and widens and widens. Yes, I'm a psychiatric nurse, but I have a lot of friends that have been working in the pandemic. And I also have spoken to people that have been traumatized and depressed and anxious related to the pandemic. The first song I'd like to sing is called Channeling Athena, which I wrote at the beginning of the pandemic. Um, but I actually think that this definitely applies to what's going on now, which is a continued problem with PPE, the masks, which were denied the nurses and resulted in a lot of people getting sick and traumatized and fearful. And it continues. Even now, the recycled masks are not as useful as new masks, and they also have chemicals that they are treated with that are bad for respirations. So the Athena is the Greek goddess of wisdom and strength. So I was wanting to channel Athena for the strength for the nurses, which are mostly women, but there are some men too. So this is called Channeling Athena. I'm channeling Athena. I'm channeling Athena. Busting out from your reign tower. Busting out of your crumbling wall tower. I'm channeling Athena. I'm channeling Athena. I see you wrapped around snake of deception, labyrinth of lies, greed and distortion. I'm channeling Athena. I'm channeling Athena. Standing in defiance of your elaborate schemes, want no part of your human sacrifice machine. Athena rips apart all your untruths, crowning waste of continuous uncouths. Your worn out fabric of dollar bills. To the woman of Athena, you cannot sell. Nurses channeling Athena. Nurses channeling Athena. Selfless angels fight for sustaining breath, while you disarm them and steal their masks, risk their death. Nurses channeling Athena. Nurses channeling Athena. Their life apparel confiscated for profiteering, leaving womanly heroes battered and bleeding. Nurses channeling Athena. Nurses channeling Athena. Bedside warriors with courageous hearts, writing orders now to suspend your farce. Athena rips apart all your untruths, crowning waste of continuous uncouths. Your worn out fabric of dollar bills. To the woman of Athena, you cannot sell. I'm channeling Athena. Nurses channeling Athena. I'm channeling Athena. Nurses channeling Athena.
Oh, beautiful.
Wonderful, Angela.
Woo.
Thank you.
Thank you. So the second song that I'd like to do, I have to get it back into a regular tuning. That was Dad Gad. So while I'm Dad Gadding it back to a regular tuning, I wrote this song. It's called Women Now Speak. 2 years ago, after the Christine Blasey Ford hearings, Kavanaugh hearings, which I felt that her voice was not heard. She was denied. I feel that she was abused, and this was not acknowledged. And I think that because I work a lot with trauma, I know the truth of what a lot of women go through, men too, but especially women. And so now with the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, which is a tragic thing in my heart and so many hearts here, we have to make our voices even stronger to honor her. So this song I want to dedicate to both Christine Blasey Ford and Ruth Bader Ginsburg. It's called Women Now Speak. I didn't tell you, 'cause I didn't think you'd believe me. Oh, minimize my pain, blaming me for your indiscretion, for your lustful action, for your own gain. I didn't tell you 'cause I didn't think you'd believe me your worst yet. You say it never happened, denying the truth of my senses, of your lustful actions for your own gain. Woman, now speak. The floodgates have opened. Woman, now speak. It's high time for action. I will not be silent, and you will not be silent. Raise our I didn't tell you 'cause I didn't think you'd believe me your worst yet. You twist my pain to shame, blaming me for your indiscretions. You can take it so you do, for your own gain. My precious body is mine to decide who can touch me. I stand here before you, speaking my courageous words of truth, dissolving your self-deception, buying bullets of your forceful play for your own gain. Woman, now speak. The floodgates have opened. Woman, now speak. It's high time for action. I will not be silent. You will not be silent. Raise our
All right,
Angela Mashali.
Brilliant.
Outstanding.
I don't have time for a third one. I would.
Oh,
Thank you.
powerhouse.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you changed your mind on
I
that
felt
song.
like
What
I
a great
had to do
song.
that one. So
That was a
You
perfect
had to
song.
do that.
thank you. Thank
Outstanding.
you.
Perfect. Thank
Angela Mashali, folks.
Yay.
Fabulous, fabulous.
you.
Okay. I've known our next performer since 1968. We played together for years. Um, he was a founding member of Orpheus. You septuagenarians may remember us. And or for whom, by the way, Orpheus also recorded 14 of my original songs, something a lot of people don't know. And he is known as a cover artist rather than a songwriter, and his known as for his arrangements of classic and modern protest songs. Um, and last year, ladies and gentlemen, he tallied an impressive 384 performances in 4 states. And wherever there's a virtual open mic today, you'll find him there as well. So we're going to have folks mute themselves, and then I will introduce this gentleman. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Eric the Snake Gullickson.
Woo!
Good evening. Glad to be here with like-minded folks. This first song started off as a poem in 1937. It was written by a guy from Holyoke named Abel Meeropol. Among the other things that he did in his lifetime, he adopted the children of Julius and Ethel Rosenberg, who in 1951, if you'll remember your history, were executed for the crime of conspiring to sell the U.S. atomic secrets to Russia. My, how things have changed. Today we have a president, the so-called president, and a Senate that have sold the whole country to Russia, and they want to give the nuclear technology to the Saudis. What could possibly go wrong with that? Anyway, Abel Meeropol and a couple of other guys set the poem to music in 1939. It was recorded by Josh White. Nina Simone had a mild-sized hit in 1965 with it. Not too many folks have recorded it. Music scholars have said it's the most important song of the 20th century, not because it was a big hit, but because of its message. It talks about the lynchings that went on in the Deep South, particularly in the 20s and 30s, when over 4,000 people, mostly black but not all, were lynched. And those are the ones we know about because they were documented. They used to have picnics, Bring the kids, Lily Bell, we gonna have a lynching. And they'd take pictures and make postcards and sell them in the drugstore. How many others were lynched? The bodies just burned or left in the bayous for the gators? We'll never know. And the lynchings have started again. These criminals must be stopped no matter what it takes. Southern trees bear a strange fruit, blood on the leaves and blood at the root. Bodies swinging in the southern breeze, strange fruit dangling from the poplar trees. Pastoral scene of the gallant South, the bulging eyes and the twisted mouth, scent of magnolias clean and fresh, the sudden smell of burning flesh. Here is fruit for the crows to pluck, the rain to gather, for the wind to suck, for the sun to rot, for the trees to drop. Here is a strange and bitter crop. Southern trees bear a strange fruit, blood in the leaves and blood at the root. Bodies swinging in the southern breeze, strange fruit dangling from the cypress trees. The iconic version of that song was done in 1939 by Billie Holiday. The original lyrics said black bodies swinging in the southern breeze. I took the word black out because today you don't have to be black to be a victim of violence and lynchings and God knows what all. Black, brown, red, yellow, the wrong shade of off-white, the wrong religion or lack of same, your educational status, your economic status, your age, your gender identity, your gender. Just because you're a woman, you could be a victim. It's got to stop. And the only ones who can stop it is us. And we have to do it. These criminals have to be stopped. This is a song written in 1944 by Johnny Burke and Jimmy Van Heusen. It's from the musical Going My Way. I've taken some liberties with the lyric. Would you like to swing on a star? Carry moonbeams home in a jar and be better off than you are? Or would you rather be a mule? A mule is an animal with long funny ears, kicks up at everything he hears. His back is brawny, but his brain is weak, kinda stupid with a stubborn streak. But hey, if you hate to go to school, you could grow up to be a mule. Or would you like to swing on a star? Carry moonbeams home in a jar and be better off than you are? Or would you rather be a pig? A pig is an animal with dirt on his face. His shoes are a terrible disgrace. He's got no manners when he eats his food. He looks like Trump, but he's not as crude. And if you don't give a feather or a fig, you could grow up to be a pig. Or would you like to swing on a star? Carry moonbeams home in a jar and be better off than you are? Or would you rather be a fish? A fish, he don't do anything but swim in a brook. Can't write his name or read a book. To fool the people is his only thought. Though he is slippery, he still gets caught. But if that kind of life is what you wish, you could grow up to be a fish. Or would you like to swing on a star? Carry moonbeams home in a jar and be better off than you are? Or would you rather be like Trump? Trump is an animal who thinks he's a man, screws over everyone he can, abuses the people that he wants to rule, thinks he's brilliant but he's Putin's fool. And with your ethics and morals in the dump, you could be just like Donald Trump. And all the monkeys aren't in the zoo. Every day you see quite a few. So there's nothing we must do. You could be better than you are. swinging on a star. And all the monkeys aren't in the zoo. Some of them are chimpanzees too. So there's something that we all must do. Vote blue, top to bottom, and we'll be better off by far. And we'll be swinging on a star.
Oh, snake, no.
Eric the Snake Gullickson.
This song, I'm compelled to do this. Was written in 1900 originally by a fellow named Charles Albert Tindley. In 1945, a woman named Lucille Simmons tweaked the lyric a little bit and repurposed it. She was a member of the Tobacco Workers Union in Charlotte, South Carolina. They were on strike. She turned the song into a song of solidarity for the union. In 1958 or so, Pete Seeger started doing it. Joan Baez picked up on it. And by the 60s, it had become the de facto anthem of the civil rights movement. It needs to be sung now more than ever. Our civil rights are being eroded even as we sit here tonight. I encourage everybody to sing along. You all know the lyric. No matter where you are or when you're listening to this, sing it. The more we sing it, maybe they'll hear it down in Washington. Maybe they'll hear it around the world. Sing it loud and with pride. This is for an American heroine, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. It's up to us to pick up her sword and continue the fight. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved today. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid today. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall live in peace someday. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we'll walk hand in hand someday. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I still believe that we shall overcome someday.
Wow, that was great, Snake.
Thank you. Peace, little Peter. Again.
The incredible Snake.
Snake.
All right.
Everybody in our audience, in our YouTube audience, Stephen and Kathy are loving it. So
Oh, good, great.
Awesome.
Because this needs to happen, you know, and that's a song that will never go out of style. Next performer is known as Daniel C., musician for the environment. He started writing songs about 40 years ago and writes protest songs as well as motivational songs. About 10 years ago, he and his wife Marilyn started eawakening.com. You can go there, and that is designed to bring attention to the environment. And Dan and Marilyn believe that getting people out into nature to love and care for it is the first step in making our earth the place it should be, clean, healthy, and happy. And they're retired from their 9-to-5s and are now working full time for a better world for us all.
Yeah, thank you, Stephen.
All right, we're going to mute everyone and please give it up for Mr. Dan Brielman.
Stephen, thank you so much. I want to thank you for inviting me on to your Musicians for the Greater Good. I think it's an awesome idea. Musicians for the Greater Good is really great. And my hat's off to all of you, all the great musicians that you've had on this. Now, for me personally, November 8th, 2016 was one of the darkest days in American history. An election was bought. The American people were deprived of their right to elect a president by the popular vote. Woody Guthrie wrote a song called "This Land Is Your Land." My song is called "Was." Whatever happened to America, home of the free and the brave? Whatever happened to this land we love? Will there be anything left to say? They cut down our forests, they filled in our swamps, paved over our valleys, and mined our mountain tops. They polluted our rivers, desecrated our streams. They nearly killed it all, including our dreams. Whatever happened to America, home of the free and the brave? Whatever happened to this land we love? Will there be anything left to say? They stole our democracy, sold it to the oligarchy. And when a king trumps a queen, we can't believe this scene. We got ambushed again. We got gored, my friends. This isn't a dream. This land was your land. This land was my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me, and not for the oligarchy.
Nice, Dan. Wow.
Very good song.
Great job.
Hold on, wait.
No, you're not
Hold.
muted.
You're muted, Stephen.
Muted yourself.
We'll
No,
did
you
we
keep muting yourself. All right, go ahead.
say something, Dan?
I'm here, yeah.
You sound so faint all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
you faded.
Does anyone else have that?
Yeah, he
Yes.
been part of the song as well.
I guess it's a Zoom thing.
Try moving a little closer to the mic.
It was fine to begin with,
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden,
it just faded away.
I mean, we could still hear it, Dan. We could,
Yeah,
we could
heard
hear
you,
the.
but it wasn't strong.
But yeah,
I
and
can
I
try
don't think
turning
it's
up
you
the
because
volume.
because it happened with Bo too.
Is it okay now?
No,
No.
it's still soft.
It's still soft?
Yeah.
Any ideas? Anybody?
Dan, on your end, does it says turn off original sound on your screen?
Upper left.
Yeah, upper left. Can't hear you at all now.
No, he's completely gone now.
I've seen this happen before in classes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know what the answer is or what the cause is.
And now he's completely gone.
Bandwidth.
Yeah, the famous internet.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever it means.
Working now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it working now?
Much
Yep.
better.
Yes.
Much better.
What did
Okay,
you do?
All right.
All right. Thanks, Dan.
All right, so you can hear me now.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
Couldn't have been.
Technology. All right, this next song is a song about hope and a call to action. We have a version of this song on our website, e-awakening.com. It was produced by Zach Petty of the room, rec.com. The time has come to end the hatred, the bullying, and the bigotry. We have come together in solidarity to change the leadership of this country. We can no longer afford to let the oligarchy buy our government. The earth can't take much more. We can't take much more. Without a sustainable environment, we will not survive. Are we at the turning point? When does the time come? When everything's undone and all the loose ends need tying up? When does the crisis become the opportunity? With the solutions is unity. We're at the turning point, chance of a lifetime. Let's do some fixing up and turn this thing around. We turning while the world is burning. Let's throw some water on the flames. We turning while the world is burning. Let's throw some water on the flames.
Does the crisis become the opportunity? With the solutions is unity. We're at the turning point, chance of a lifetime. Let's do some fixing up, turn this thing around. Yeah, let's turn this thing around. Oh yeah, turn it around. Oh yeah, turn it around.
Woo!
Great.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Outstanding.
Around.
Yes,
Great job, my friend.
great stuff.
You
We've
guys
got to
wait
turn
your
it
time.
around.
Yeah, thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Dan Brielman, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, Dan. Thanks so much.
The inspirational. Yep. You know, unity is the answer, you know, because they are trying to divide and conquer us.
Yep.
But we're not Republicans and Democrats. We're Americans. We're human beings. Are we not? At any rate, we're going to go on to our last performer for the evening, and she's pretty amazing. She's a singer-songwriter. She's been performing, playing around since the mid-'70s, musically speaking. Her first album, And Ain't I a Woman, was recorded with the New Harmony Sisterhood Band, and that resides in the American Folk Life Collection at the Smithsonian Institute. Her repertoire is filled with songs of social justice. One of those songs, Draglines, has been recorded by numerous artists and sung around the world. Most recently, she's been working on a full-length musical tribute to the generation of women who served as Rosie the Riveters during World War II. Are we ready to go?
Ready?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Silverstone.
give it up for Deborah Silverstein.
Hello, thank you. Pleasure to be here. Wonderful to be among musical friends during these insanely strange times that we're in. So first one I'm going to do, I wrote, I can't even believe this, I wrote in November of 2018, and now it's 2 years later, and of course, our subject is even worse than it was then. And anyhow, this is called The Illusionist Carnival. I think you'll recognize the subject. When Donald was just a boy, his father approached and said, "Son, you're getting older, you've got a duty to shoulder, a career, and I'll buy you one. A doctor would look nice on our family tree, and a lawyer could protect us legally. Or you like to eat, you could become a cook, or just do what I do and be a crook." Well, Donald said, "Dad, I'll give it some thought as to who I might be and who I am not." He puzzled and pondered what might be his mission, till one day he got it. He'd become a magician. Oh, come one, come all to the illusionist carnival, where spellbinding feats of deception turn venom and rage into winning elections. Step right up to the tent to watch common sense just disappear. He's declared open season on wisdom and reason. Come in, you've got nothing to fear. Well, it turns out Donald had aptitude. His slightness of hands was the clue. When he'd wave them and chatter in front of his minions, they'd applaud their Mad Hatter's every opinion. He started out on the low-hanging fruit from the trees, diplomas from fake universities, and he'd lure contractors into cushy positions and vanish before he paid their commissions. He built shining towers full of whistles and bells and proclaimed his gold toilets concealed all his smells. Ooh. He bought beautiful women to dispel growing older, and all of this magic made him bolder and bolder. Oh, come one, come all to the illusionist carnival, where spellbinding feats of deception turn venom and rage into winning elections. Step right up to the tent to watch common sense just disappear. He's declared open season on wisdom and reason. Come in, you've got nothing to fear. Well, at last the Donald was ready to fling his loaded dice into the POTUS ring. He figured his campaign would be a shoo-in when out of his hat he pulled Vladimir Putin. His powers had reached astonishing heights as he basked in the love of the fawning alt-right. His destiny seemed to him clearer and clearer when the world's greatest statesman stared back in his mirror. But all magic shows one day come to an end when the conjurer runs out of illusions to spin. Dawn too will discover what all scammers know, that beneath his orange cover he too wears no clothes. Oh, come one, come all to the illusionist carnival, where spellbinding feats of deception turn venom and rage into winning elections. Oh, step right into the tent to watch common sense just disappear. He's declared open season on wisdom and reason. He's a disgrace to all we hold dear. Come, let's toss the bomb out on his
Ransom that is.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you. Oh,
Oh, how can anything so horrible be so funny?
well, it's like, what can you do but laugh? I mean, you have to keep laughing, you know?
Right.
Point.
Yeah,
Oh,
laugh, laugh, laugh. All right, so, well, here's one I wrote in 2019, and I hadn't planned to sing this one, but of course you'll know why I'm singing this one. So I wrote it to the tune of Joshua Fought the Battle of Jericho. I was singing with a group of other women, and we were trying to sing Jewish songs with a kind of gospel flavor to them, and we were working on this beautiful arrangement to Joshua Fought the Battle of Jericho, and we were singing. I thought, why are we singing to Joshua? Like, we should be singing to a woman. And I eventually came up with a woman well worthy of singing about. Oh, Sister Ruth, she fought the battle at the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court, Sister Ruth fought the battle at the Supreme Court, and the walls came tumbling down. Well, you can talk about your men of Harvard, you can talk about your men of Yale, but they all pale in the vicinity of the notorious RBG. Oh, Sister Ruth, she fought the battle at the Supreme Court. Supreme Court, the Supreme Court, Sister Ruth fought the battle at the Supreme Court, and the walls came tumbling down. Well, she sat on the bench in her long black robe, took the gavel in her hand. When she spoke on behalf of women's rights, the laws changed all over the land. Oh, Sister Ruth, she fought the battle at the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court, Sister Ruth fought the battle at the Supreme Court, and the walls came tumbling down. Oh, sister, she fought the battle. Sister, she fought the battle. Sister, she fought the battle, and the walls came tumbling down. Sister Ruth.
Sister Ruth.
That was great, Deborah.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Drop of a hat.
Yeah. I saw somebody posted today, in the Jewish tradition, you say, may her memory be a blessing. And somebody had posted, may her memory be a revolution. So I like that. And I'm going to do one more for you. Why is this falling? This is my one of my most recent songs. I wrote this. We're all the way up to July of 2020 now. And this is called The Climb. And it has a refrain, and excuse me, I hope you sing along. I wish I could hear you, but when the refrain comes around, I hope you'll sing too. Climb the shadows out of the past. Take what you'll need for the journey. Leave the rotted and rusting behind. Bring only the holy, the caring, the kind. The holy, the caring, the kind. The ship's taking water, the flag's at half mast, but the marauder will not go politely. His henchmen all circle to rattle their words, speaking in the tongues of lies, curses, and slurs. Lies, curses, and slurs. And time will move you along, but it's the climb that's making you strong up here on the mountain. The old mansion's crumbling into the ground with its mirrors of shattered reflection. The clarion rings out a reckoning sound, and the dreamers start dancing all over the town. Dancing all over the town. So collect all your hope and a length of good rope, pen and paper for sharp recollecting. If the memory's too strong, turn it into a song and sing it all night till the stars sing along. Till the stars sing along. And time will move you along, but it's the climb that's making you strong up here on the mountain. If you don't feed the demons, they can't follow you here. Up into the fresh air and sunshine. Sip the dew from the fruits of the vine, where the briars and blossoms of wisdom entwine. The briars and the blossoms entwine. Yes, climb the shadows out of the past. Take what you'll need for the journey. Leave the rotted and rusting behind. Bring only the holy, the caring, the kind. The holy, the caring, the kind. And time will move you along, but it's the climb that's making you strong. Yes, time will move us along. It's the climb that's making us strong. Up here on the mountain. Up here on the mountain. Up here on the mountain.
Wow.
Good song.
Deborah Silverstein.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah.
Three great songs. Thank you, Deborah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Happy to be a part of this.
Glad
Oh,
to have you.
yeah,
And then, of course, we all have to keep in touch, don't we, after this?
we
Let's
do.
all keep in touch. We need each other.
Nice. Yeah.
All right, we're going to have our featured performer for the evening bring it all home for us now. Carolyn, are you ready to sing a final song for us? Yes.
I am.
Okay. All right.
Um,
Let us get set up here, and we'll say, well, folks. Once again, it's Carolyn Waters.
oh, thank you. I'd like to thank Musicians for a Greater Good for asking me to do this in times where people are feeling helpless or isolated or aching to do something about what's going on now. This is a great outlet for everyone. But I have to say, all of our support and all of our efforts aren't going to be worth much if we don't get out to vote. That's the way. That's the change that we need to see. And in Massachusetts, the deadline is for mail-in ballot applications is October 20th. So if you want to vote by mail, get those applications in. And everybody else, we need to see you at the polls on November 3rd. So vote. This is somewhat related to the last song. I was watching, I think maybe the second or third debate between Clinton and Trump. And things were just so outrageous that halfway through the debate, I just screamed, "Save us." And then during the rest of the debate, I wrote this song. So this song is called In This World. And again, please sing along. Save us, come on, we can save us. Save us, come on, we can save us in this world. In this world. Heal us, come on and heal us. Heal us. Come on and heal us in this world. Kindness, spread a little more kindness. Kindness, spread a little more kindness through this world. Through this world. Through this world. Through this world. Oh, whoa, whoa. Love us. Come on and love us. Love us. Just a little more love for us in this world. In this world. In this world. In this world. Love, love us. Just a little more love for us. Whoa, kindness. Spread a little more kindness in this world. In this world. Oh, 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 in this world. In this world.
Wow.
We need the healers.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Carolyn, thank you so much.
Very powerful.
Carolyn Waters, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. And thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen, for coming and helping us out and working with us for the
job.
greater
Beautiful.
good. Loved it. I also want to thank Bo Wiener, Angela Mishali, The Snake, Dan Brielman, Deborah Silverman, and all of... what?
Silverstein.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I was thinking of Sarah Silverman. Deborah Silverstein.
Great song. Deborah.
And all of you folks on YouTube that have been following us, we appreciate that. And hopefully what will happen is you will give more money to the Biden-Harris campaign by going to www.musiciansforthegreatergood.org or going to secureactblue.com donate. You can read that.
You can't just go to the website.
Yeah, we recommend you go to the musiciansforthegreatergood.org website. Now, next week We hope everybody comes that came tonight because we've got Doug Quartier and Susan Levine, who are known as the Lied Twos. We have our own Karen Sauer, Jan Series, Terry Kitchen, Cece Eberly, and Bruce Chabot. I'm sorry, Bob Chabot. And,
Chabot.
what's wrong with me?
We rehearsed this for hours.
His name is Chabot.
Thank you.
Chabot, we were wondering about that. And did I get Citus right, though?
Sides.
IDs.
Cites, okay.
You got my name right.
Yeah, 3 out of 6 ain't bad. And just wanted to remind you that we're planning a live event on the evening of the election beginning at 8 o'clock as the polls close in the East. We'll be asking each artist who has performed tonight and during all of our other shows to come and join us again for that show. And please bear with us. Watch this space. What time is it?
It's time.
It's time. Let's be strong together. And I want to thank you all again for working toward the greater good.
Thank you, Kathy. and
Thank
Steve.
you.
God bless.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Joe.
Good show. All right, good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Hey.
Night.
Everybody next week and same time, same station.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Good night, everyone.